Hello, everyone! The first part of Skibidi Invasion episode 35 was released by Spiderund around 2 weeks ago. And the second part came out just today, and I finally have time to analyze both of them for you guys. And you can ask me, but Iso, why are you so late to the party? Well, it's because I am currently preparing a really long video about Zombie Universe by Monster Up My Friends, and this video takes a lot of my time and efforts to be made. But I believe when I'll finish this, it's going to be one of the best videos I've ever made for this channel, so it will be totally worth it. So today, I'm not only going to fully analyze this episode, but I will also find all the secrets and Easter eggs that you could have missed on your own while watching it. And this time you'll see something incredible in today's episode, as it turns out that the Alliance still has its chances to survive this war. Is Speakerman's race going to evolve like crazy in this multiverse too, just as it happened in Monster Up and Verlance's series? What new elite agents appeared in this episode, and what are their special abilities? And most importantly, what sassy elements are we about to see in this episode, if you get what I mean, of course. So if you want to find the answers to all these questions, then get your tea and snacks ready and prepare to watch this video to the end, because I saved the best part for later, just as always. Let's go. And be sure to also give this video a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already, because I appreciate your support while I'm analyzing the best Skibidi toilet multiverses out there. Okay, so if you're subscribed now, let's move on. But before I'll start analyzing the actual episode from Spiderund, let me tell you about one more thing. I promised you to show all the exclusive leaks that No Skill Clutch shared with me regarding his upcoming 27th episode of Reverse Multiverse. And I've made a separate video about this on my main channel where I spoke with No Skill Clutch directly via Discord and asked him about all sorts of stuff. So he gifted me 4 leaks to show you in total, and this one was already revealed by me on my other channel where all sorts of crazy artillery is shown, which means that the base of Skibidiman is doomed for real. And besides that, he also showed me 3 more leaks, and you can see them right now on your screen. And No Skill Clutch also shared with me that one of these leaks were actually leaked from his server's stuff where it meant to remain private, but then someone leaked it already. And it's not actually its final version, so this scene featured in the leak will be a bit different in the actual episode. And by the way, episode 27 of Reverse Multiverse is planned to get released this weekend by No Skill Clutch, so it's some really great news, y'all. Okay, and now let's start analyzing the Skibidi Invasion episode now. So Boom already mentioned how Skibidi Invasion is one of his favorite multiverses, actually, and this episode proved exactly why it is so. The quality of its animation got even better, and I think that the choreography of the fighting scenes were really sick. And the episode begins with the heated action sequence which sets the tone for the rest of the whole episode. And I must remind you how in the previous episode the agents of the Alliance faced a new type of enemies that were extremely powerful and dangerous. And I even got the impression that the Alliance is going to lose in this war with Skibidi toilets if nothing really changes. And in the beginning of this episode, the POV still seems to be struggling against the huge, powerful enemy that knocked him down easily. And by the way, this giant freak really reminded me of G-Man from episode 71, who also suddenly appeared on the screen and made the POV unconscious for a couple of seconds. So the Alliance seems to be struggling again, and the survived agents tried to flee from the battle, and this is pretty tragic to see. I almost gasped when this big cameraman took a direct hit from a rocket missile, but somehow he seems to survive this attack. And to tell you even more, guys, he actually manages to survive through the entire episode. Apparently, this guy can endure just a hell lot of damage, and, well, I can definitely respect him for that. Okay, so everyone tries to retrieve to the base, but everyone and their mother get literally destroyed by those awful attacks coming from Astro Toilets, and this scene reminded me of another episode by Boom, actually. And it's episode 50 where cameramen also tried to defend their base from the sudden Skibidi raid. So if episode 35 from Spiderund follows the logic of Boom's episode, then we're definitely about to see some elite agents like Plungerman soon and probably some highly upgraded Titan, and we'll see both of these things in this episode. Still, despite all odds, Camera Helicopter tries to fight back, and its intervention actually allows other agents to escape. And then we see the appearance of some crazy mecha machine with a shield which reminded me of the shield that the blue-lensed cameraman used in episode 76 by Boom. But the power of its shield wasn't enough to endure the charging attack from that massive Skibidi toilet, so it gets destroyed in the process. And then this crazily buffed mutant also makes an unexpected entrance, and he looks like a total menace, plus his upgrades seem to be really cool. And based on how he takes shots in him so easily as if he was a bullet sponge, he is really that durable and dangerous of an opponent. But just as he was about to destroy one of the agents by his hands, this big speaker man with an absolutely awesome drip saves the day, causing the mutant to drop the agent and run away like a coward. And then we see that the saved agent actually turned out to be a camera woman, and she was successfully caught in the hands of this upgraded dark speaker man. And oh man, are we about to see the wedding between these two right on this battlefield? But before we could celebrate, another flying freak shows up and we're getting busy with him. But this bro stands no chance with the crazy upgraded speakerman of the Alliance, and then no other than upgraded Plunger Man also shows up. And he's still using his iconic flying wheelchair from episode 63. What a Chad! And it seems like he enhanced his battle abilities as well, and also his wheelchair now acts more like a glitch toilets tool. And then we witness the iconic handshake between Plunger Man and the Dark Speaker Man, which is another reference to Boom's original series. So it seems to me that now the Alliance has a few more elite agents that upgraded themselves to the max, and who knows, maybe their power will be even close to some of the Titans' power now. And I must also tell you that Plungerman and the other agents also seem to have their own mini-cores, which is just crazy. And it would be also cool to see more of a plotline between the saved camera girl and the Dark Speaker Man. Don't you guys think so? And now let's move to the events of the second part of episode 35. So not long after our guys managed to shake hands with each other, even more enemies revealed to be hiding nearby, and round 2 of the heated battle gets started. And in this fight, we could not only see the new abilities of our elite agents once again, but also the insane shooting skills of this red big speaker man with blasters in his hands. The brother must have played Call of Duty a lot. One of the missiles almost hits the POV cameraman right in the face, but he shows his resilience again and also fights back. Then we could also see how the Dark Speakerman basically fooled this Skibidi around and got him shot by the guns of his own comrade, which was pretty hilarious. Then one of the flying Skibidi kamikaze tries to cosplay the scene from episode 65 by Boom, but he gets interrupted immediately. And then we saw Plunger Man and his iconic wheelchair in action once again. Just check out how effortlessly he put down this giant Skibidi with acid barrels who falls to the ground while yelling like a dork. But then a really tough enemy appears to match our elite agents, and it is the heavily upgraded Astro Toilet. And it seems like in this moment it was POV cameraman exactly who lost his legs and not somebody else. And if this is true, then we can call him to be a brother of Make a Cameraman scientist in Boom's universe who had no legs in episode 72, but only then he replaced them with mechanical ones. But if you guys thought that this is the peak enemy of today's episode, then you're actually mistaken because something even crazier is on our way. And it is the huge creature that was promised to appear in this episode long before that. And this dreadnought creature is apparently so threatening that even Astro Toilet decided to fly away from it to just save his flying buttocks. Then multiple agents decided to oppose this giant freak, including Crimson and Plunger Man. But unfortunately, the giant freak proved to be way too powerful for all of them. And even despite the fact that Crimson fought like a lion, her efforts fell short. And then we see how she had to sacrifice herself basically in this scene in order to protect the POV cameraman. And I think this girl was truly a hero, and I really hope that she'll get restored somehow later in the series because losing her would be a real tragedy. Then we see a sudden appearance of the special droneman officers who swiftly neutralize the threat and save the POV once again. Dreadnought then tries to ruin the party for everyone once again, but gets stopped by the upgraded Titan Speakerman who crushes right into him. And the bro tries to simply suppress the freak with the waves of his crazy attacks, but unfortunately, Dreadnought is too powerful for them, so he withstands them all. Then Titan Speakerman gets hit really hard by the missile from the blast cannon, and while he was trying to recover, Dreadnought already got back on tracks. And it seems to me that Titan Speakerman suffered from some injuries after the hit. For example, the speakers on his shoulders look to be out of use now, and his body is also on fire. But he still doesn't give up and releases a huge roar while keeping blasting his opponent. But unfortunately, this guy run out of luck pretty quick because just as he was about to punish one of the dreadnoughts, an even more gigantic guy came out to his rescue and injured our Titan badly. Titan Speakerman still tries to fight both of them, but obviously he is doomed to lose and even worse. Both dreadnoughts start humiliating him in all sorts of ways, and they also rip off his jetpacks. And then the bigger freak rises his huge axe, apparently planning to finish the Titan Speakerman's life forever. But then something truly insane happens, y'all. No other than Titan Droneman aka Behemoth enters the stage, and bro, this huge pile of metal looks absolutely amazing. It is clear that he underwent some really crucial upgrades, and now I wouldn't like to meet him as an enemy on the battlefield at all. Just check out how he effortlessly took down this dreadnought. So it's apparent that he is the largest and most powerful character in the Skibidi Invasion series right now. And his bow and arrow ability also impressed me a lot, and well, they also look super cool. And it made me think that now Dreadnoughts finally met a worthy opponent, which means that the Alliance got a new chance to survive this war. And that was all for today. And be sure to subscribe to my channel so you will not miss my new videos, and also to my Discord where you can contact me directly and get lots of info for my subscribers only. And that was me, IsoToilet. See ya!